Hello? Hello? We good? Can you hear me? Hmm? Hello? That was weird. Yes, hello. That was a little bit funky. I don't know what happened there. I wonder if I had a hiccup in my internet. That might have happened. So welcome back, everyone. Yeah, mind you, on my end, to give you an idea on my end, I did not see a hiccup at all. I have no dropped frames. I have no bitrate issues. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. So, ta-da! Well, this does mean Manly's back alive. You missed a save at 7th level. I missed a save there, probably. 7th level save. Oh, there's one at the very first one. I was like, that seems weird. They don't have a save, but I was looking at something. I was going too fast. Table. Ooh, tableo. Tableo. Yeah, tableo. Yeah, I have no idea what occurred there, by the way. If I could answer that, I would be doing wizard shit. If it happens again, we'll just kill stream. But I want to get this done on stream, but that does happen every now and again for some reason. It might just be, I'm assuming it's just an internet issue. Every now and sometimes late at night, my internet gets weird. I don't know why it gets weird. I just think it's, my guess is that they start working on something and they hit a line. Fucking, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a wizard. I'm just doing wizard shit. This is cinema. Being gaslit by Google. Oh, no. Give me the power to add everyone on Discord, please. Please. Why? Why do you need the power to add everyone on my Discord, Solid? I want to know. Why do you want the power to add everyone? What convinces you that this power is necessary for you to possess? And I'll give you a secret. There are right answers and there are very wrong answers. Is it to get certain people? Well, make sure you note down who's in. I drank too much today. My drinking habit's getting out of hand. I need to forget about it, so I think I'm going to have a drink. Oh boy, I sure do like drinking. I have noticed that I do have a habit at this point of getting usually a 6-pack on the weekend. But I've realized I get a 6-pack on the weekend because I want to casually just stop thinking about, you know, the fact that I have to do a Pathfinder 2e game over the weekend. And it's like, oh, I get it. Like, I feel as though this is a problem. Hold me, I'm scared. By the way, that was a D4 table. In my K18 game, exactly. It is a D4. Let's check what the D4 table is. This can't really be a D4 table, right? It's going to be something silly. The number on the cube. It is a D4 table in the D18 game. Not even a D6 table. A D4 table. That's just more inconvenient. At least an organize here. Yeah, solid, but why? Why do you need this? I want you to tell me. That's the secret. Just reroll for D20 applies. I'm guessing it's the main thing. BRB, I need to gaslight Cole in my server real fast. Sorry, I'm a hashtag gaslight gatekeep girl boss. There we go. Now, what we do now is we reapply the Gorbino tag. See, that would be the ultimate meme, is just reapplying the Gorbino tag at the end just to make sure. That would be the ultimate gaslighting technique. Sorry everyone. I'm call me the 5th Hokage because I'm gonna gaslight no jutsu. We've been talking about Naruto. Naruto lore has come into my life more than once over the past few days, and I don't like the fact that Naruto lore has come into my life, because nothing good comes from Naruto lore. Nothing good happens. And it's always weird because Naruto lore does not make any goddamn sense. And it's one of those things where it makes such crystalline sense, but then you realize that it's nonsense. That's the thing with Naruto lore. It is so crystalline in the fact that it makes zero fucking sense. And us trying to assign higher purpose to it is a fool's errand. You can't. But then you look deeper into it and you're like, yes, it is not only canon, it is a fact of everything, a very important event no less, that Naruto did in fact defeat a literal god of chakra using reverse harem no jutsu. This is not only an important event that occurred, this is an important canon event that is vital to the rest of the story. Reverse harem no jutsu is a vital part of the Naruto experience. And that fundamentally shatters my brain, and I feel nothing but pain from it. She hadn't gotten AD for 10,000 years, man. It all comes back to Ninja Jesus. Yeah, effectively, like, it was like, this is like the ancient primal being of literal hyperpower. Like, what are we gonna do? Dick no juice no jutsu. And women can't win in the Naruto universe. Because it would be easier to organize play. Randomly pinging at everyone would not be easier to organize play. That is a very important fact, Solid. I'm going to tell you this right now. That's not going to help you at all. You're just going to annoy literally everyone. What you would do is you put out an ad. You get people who are interested. You establish a time for them. You writing this down. Get people, establish time. A day before that time, make sure, hey everyone, don't forget tomorrow is the day. I usually like to do I usually like to have a checkup on the day, usually the night of, night before. Day of, an hour or two before, say, hey, we're starting again in an hour. You hop into the server, you get into your place, and people funnel in, you can talk about things, and then you start playing. Not 15 minutes before, apparently. Do not spring that on people. People are interested, but you have to tell them first. This is an important, vital part of basic social communication. Informing the other party. It is fun to talk to somebody. It is not fun to talk to somebody when I don't want to talk to them. Hey, it's great talking to you, ma'am. I don't want to talk to you because you've broken into my room. I'm in fundamental danger. Please send help. She might be best girl, but however, she is a danger to my emotional health. This woman is, as we say in the hood, a little bit cray-cray. This bitch is nuts. I've been reading more yandere manga, I've realized. I think I have a problem with women who are just like fucking nuts. And I mean like uncomfortable nuts. Like, ma'am, you have issues. I don't know why I have a fascination with women who are like, you are a danger to me and my household. However, kind of in, and I want to know where this goes. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if it's just the human existence to find landmine women, but I am stepping in that landmine field. I don't know why. Yandere stuff always, it's like, all right, I'm in. I gotta learn. I gotta know more. I find it very good. Nope. Notepad, I can fix her arc. It's not even I can fix her. Like, no. She, like, I know she's gonna fucking destroy me, but that doesn't matter at this point. Like, this is the Notepad I have given up arc. Like, I just gotta figure out, like, not fixing, it's surviving. Maybe that's what it is. The thrill of the thrill of life. What a dream. Snake eater, like a dream in darkness. Though I can't really say anything about good old Metal Gear at this point because fucking Mori Calliope, Mori the horse girl has done a fucking horrible rap song to fucking Metal Gear. Like, holy shit, it's bad. Like, oh no. Like, physical pain bad. And I'm like, oh no, Mori Calliope, what are you doing? Mori Calliope. Uh-oh. No, Mori, no, please. I like this game series. Please stop destroying everything good in life. Because, as is not really a secret in life, Mori cannot rap. She's a terrible rapper. Like, she has no fucking tone in her voice. It is truly a marvel of, you know, musical genius of how one woman can have zero rap like talent. I'm not saying that I'm a fucking rap god or anything, but Jesus. Okay, what's up with VTubers and horses? Like, when did that become a thing and why? Well, Mori is a little bit interesting because she was doing this big thing about cowboys and, you know, yeah, it was kind of the perfect storm of memes, and Mori just ran into the biggest fucking meme. Like, that's the funny thing, like, I wonder if I can find the image. Yeah. Yeah, this is hi Mori. Yeah, this is Mori's car because they replaced the horse with it because the Mori fucking horse one, mind you, this came out quite literally not even like, this got announced like not even like a week after the extensive Mori horse fucking AI voice edits came out. The extensive amounts of, because the thing is, it was really interesting because it wasn't just from how do I want to word this? It wasn't just from the perspective of, hey, this is a interesting, you know, like this is a stupid meme, effectively. It wasn't the fact that it was just a stupid meme. It was the fact that it was really actually good AI voice work. AI voice work is like that. It was kind of like not a huge thing at that point, but it hit at just the right point where it was like, oh, good, this is really good, actually. This is really accurate. The voices are really, you know, top notch. It's just about more VTuber Mori Calliope getting railed by a horse. And, Like, that was just what it was. It was just this really well put together AI voice stuff. And people were like, yeah, this is really high quality. It's just about a VTuber getting railed by a horse. That's why in all of my videos, Mori is associated with horses. Simply because of that meme. The entire lead up to it was such a, you really can't make this kind of shit up. That's the beautiful thing. You cannot make it up. It was just a perfect series of events, a perfect series of individuals at the right place at the right point, and you really can't. It was perfect. It was art. That's all it was. It was pure fucking three. Why did I do this to myself? Why am I why am I a fool? Eyes at the mid, fire 3 arrows at a time, maximum number of arrows 3, takes 1d6 lives. So technically their first level spell does 3d6 damage, by the way. That's physically and emotionally painful. Not affected by weapons or spells. Arrows or dodge out throwing weapons. Calmly fly through it. Dark bad. Darkness covers the entire enemies lose opportunity to see you. They can opportunity to escape unhindered. They really do just get better abilities than cleric right off the bat when opponent falls asleep for 1 round per level. He has nightmares. In addition to sleeping characters, defenseless. Everyone from comes into your head with him. That's why would you word it like that? Initiative. Why do they have the spell initiative? Again, that you just empower your death cleric. This is just a, like, everyone is in there together. That's the thing that I'm seeing. Big cleric and big magician are in bed together. Using the spell, the magician reduces the magical resistance of the victim. Cannot throw luck against the spell. Oh. Fire bees! I like fire bees. Up to 10 opponents. Points for lives taken. I guess if you want to go in the idea that this is a power fantasy for the wizards. Flaming bees. Fire bees isn't even good. That's the worst part. It's not even a good spell. Ghost armor. I mean, we already did ghost armor, right? I guess it's the exact same as the one up here. Yeah. Excusez-moi. Oh, no. It's me! Alchemy time! It's alchemy! The number on... Yeah, you can get full heal potions with alchemy. You may also get poisons, which can kill you. Feels from another character, which being hit by arrows, from attacks not throwing weapons. I guess this is just better than Invisible Wall. Spell is completed. One of the magician's hands, its joints turn into its own, which inflicts 1d6 plus 2 damage to the enemy. Possible to use other weapons. So the magician gets a free ability to beat the shit out of someone. Bravery. One opponent. What? Creature becomes fearless. Creature runs away. You can use the spell and it will return to attack. In this case, initiative is thrown again. What? What? But why? But why? Hello! Hello, press X for awesome. You raided with people. Hello! Oh goodness! People are raiding. Ah! Hello, I've been streaming. It says I've been streaming for half an hour. However, the stream kind of had an issue. I've been streaming for like 4.5 hours. So bear with me if I'm not like, yeah, let's go. Hello, yes. I'm doing well. Hello. Welcome to streaming obscure Russian tabletop role-playing games. Ta-da! I would really like to be like, this is a lot more interesting and fun and exciting, but it's really not. This is just me translating a lot of Russian tabletop old games. This game is actually from 1997. Never seen the light of day. Uses a D18 system because we can't have nice things. It's editing a dungeon, so no worries. Aye. What you running? OSR or are you 5e? Ah. D18 nice, but why? Well, in Russia at the time, it was a lot easier to acquire D6s than any other kind of die. So if you wanted a full set of dice in 1997 Russia, you were going to fork over quite a bit of money. So this company could get you D6s a lot easier, but we need to mimic a D20, sort of. How do we mimic a D20 on a D6? Well, you don't. So what happens is they took one die and they made it a 0, 0, 6, 6, 12, 12. So what you do is you roll effectively this D18 die together with another D6. You roll, let's say for example, I have my D18, I rolled a 5, so I would roll 12, I roll D6 for a 4, I would roll a 16. It does actually work for a D18 and actually has a very nice curve to it. It's a very weird, it exists entirely because of the situation at hand. That is the name of the game there. I find that very fascinating. Weird games of convenience. Oh, they wouldn't have to do D66 like because of the lack of exposure to German games. To give you an idea of the kind of the lineage of Black Magician spell, this was a this was basic D&D. Yeah, we're way back. This is basic D&D. Translated into Polish, poorly translated into Polish, I may add, then poorly translated into Russian from the Polish, then made into a game called Enchanted Country, which was effectively made by Russian Monopoly devs, finally making its way to Spell of the Black Magician, which is the sequel to that. This is technically the second first game of Russia, which is a really weird thing to say. And I say it's the second first game of Russia because the first one, Enchanted Country, came out at the tail end of the Soviet Union. This one came out right at the beginning of the Russian Federation. It's not necessarily because they had a lack of exposure to German games. It was because we couldn't understand the Germans because they were too busy having a revolution. Those wacky Germans making Russia lives worse. It do be that way. Let's see. I do believe this is the first time they actually say the word mana in this game. One opponent. Points for lives taken will be one of those funny ones. And luck rolls. We love luck rolls. Yeah, Fire Spear is unironically kind of a lame spell. However, this is also a spell that you get at level 3. They get at and the cleric gets at level 9. Thank you. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Press X for awesome. I'll do my best to answer. Jeremy makes everything work. What a lineage. How playable do you think this is? This is deceptively good. Here's the thing. There are some bits and pieces that are weird. Don't get me wrong. There are some weird instances in this game because there's no attributes really. But there are attributes, because the idea is here. I can zoom up to show everyone. Zoom. So let's take the no, priest is a bad example. Let's take the thief for example. Well, the thief, every level, because you start at level 0 effectively. Every level you get to increase one of your characteristics by a little bit. You kind of see here. By level 1, you get 1 luck, agility, a little bit of dexterity, luck, accuracy, and things like that. There's a bunch of little things here. This also makes, for hilarious reasons, magicians and clerics actually have 0 stats in everything. They just get magic, because everything is actually mana driven. Yes, you actually have just mana points instead of Vancian magic. You've got if you've got the mana to cast your spell, you've got the mana to cast it. Now, mind you, the cleric can eat the mana of the wizard, who has an ability to just restore all their mana. But so you've kind of got that idea going on. You've kind of got some, because there's some clear, like, oh, here's some video game stuff. But then you've got them things that are like very clearly like board gamey, because there's a map to this game. Like there's an actual full map. Let me see if I can bring up the actual full map from the rule book. This is the actual map of the land, as you can see. Of course, all of these areas here are actually marked encounters in the book, because they play it more like a board game, because that was really the only thing that you had. The entire game is actually about ending here in the Tower of the Black Magician, because you need to defeat him to free the land as heroes. But it's one of those things, like, you look into it a little bit and you're like, this is kind of funky, the way that it looks and the way it plays, and it's very different and unique. And unique things interest me. I like things that are weird and different. It doesn't need to be good, it needs to be interesting. So so hopefully that gives you some basic look into things. A giant spell name, arm. A giant hand emerges from the ground and grabs the victim's leg. The victim should try to throw luck. If she does not succeed, then the hand holds the victim's leg, preventing her from moving. The hand cannot attack and does not cause damage. If you attack the victim at this time, the victim can still resist, and the victim's defense deteriorates by 2, and the attack decreases by 2 times. If the victim is not attacked, the victim tries to attack the hand. The hand is protection 11, and twice as many lives as the maximum number of lives of the magician. The magician is 15. The hand will have 30. So you could just grab someone with the power, with my favorite ability, arm. Yeah, spells are very weird in this game. Because spells simply happen sometimes. Some of them are like, yeah, you turn invisible. This is the USSR Math Divide and Tabletop. I might need to read this. Hey, once I get everything set up, I'll post it in my server. One thing that's a little bit odd to note as well is that there is effectively 2 combat rounds. There is the ranged round, and then there's the continuous melee that goes on. You want to know how you get a good... You want to know the value of having a bow? It allows you to take a bow out and pop a dude before he rushes up on you. So what you do is like, there's an enemy. Rainbow bow, and you decapitate a guy. That is a completely different actual round of combat. So you've attacked someone at range, and then you are allowed to get into the melee. That also means everybody's in the melee. So there's no... The wizard doesn't sit in the back, really, and just start blasted. The wizard's in the melee now, and he can get attacked pretty easily. It's a weird game, and then you look at it, you're like, oh, that's kind of clever in a weird way. Hey, that's kind of clever in a weird way. It's a permanent set of that's kind of clever. then you look at it deeper and you're like, that's completely insane. This is made by a crazy person. And you're in, kind of. You're like, I gotta know, I gotta figure out more. Entombment of the Soul. I'm going with Entombment of the Soul. That does sound kind of metal. When a spell is cast, the magician's soul inhabits the body of a dead creature. Throws luck, and the soul goes back to the magician's body. Same time, the magician loses. If the body is a dead man, the magician can do anything. The person is killed. Oh no! Oh no! Our sad little miserable warrior died. Let me just use his body real fast. Iron hands. Ready to throw some hands. I'm ready to throw hands. One hit, iron hands take 2d. Yeah, hey kids, I want to play the punch a guy out spell. Damn, Mr. Wizard, why'd you beat a man to death? Mathematically, you can roll a D1 on a D20 and D20 by re-rolling the out of bounds numbers. Well, theoretically, this is one of those things, because in like the second edition of Black Magician, they gave you a D20, but the D20 rule is very simple. Roll 1d20, and if you roll a 19 or 18, just re-roll it. And you look at it, you're like, what do you mean re-roll it? And you're like, yeah, just re-roll it. That is the actual mechanic. Just re-roll the d20. That is your d20 mechanics. We do not believe in capitalist d20s. Magician's hand by his choice into fiery one. Yeah, you have no fear. Reviving the dead. Ah, yes. Necromancy. Hold me closer, necromancer. Turns out it looks like a living creature, but has all the characteristics of a zombie. You gotta control probability. Ah, yes. Revive the dead at level 4. Abuse the corpse of the warrior to make them do something valuable. But I'm a real warrior. I am a person who. And be like, nah. You're not a real. Get away from me. Get away from me, warrior. I don't need you. I got the cleric who could time stop currently. Have no fear. Let me animate my shadow real fast. Yeah, you get spells like this where it's like, yeah, what's the spell? Animate shadow. Like, I don't remember that being part of D&D. But then you you can also find spells, because in the original Enchanted Country, because we've translated Enchanted Country as well. In Enchanted Country, there was effectively a Tensor's flying disc, but it was like Tendar's flying shield. It was like golden flying shield or something. And it took me a while to realize that they would written flying disc but didn't quite get what it was. Or somewhere along the translation it was a little bit botched. And then you realize, oh, it's Tensor's floating disc. It's just completely misspelled. And it's just completely wrong. And I liked that. I liked that a lot, actually. I believe this would be one round. Would look him in the eye. There's gonna be number of lives lost. Gonna paralyze their opponent. Paralysis. Metal. Yeah, there are moments where you're like, yeah, this is, even just calling it Spell of the Black Magician is already kind of metal. Let's not kid ourselves here. Maximum of 20 lives. Have no fear. Let me cast Ice Lightning and just completely just destroy someone's day. Now we're getting into time magic, by the way. Return back in time. Because, did you ever want to play Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Because for some reason, they gave mages all the ability to, you know, perform time dilation. Ah, yes, a classic. I love Web. Web is the funniest spell. Giant invisible spider from... The magician summons a giant invisible spider from another dimension, which weaves a sticky and strong web of monsters attacking you. Monsters of no more than 3 levels fall into the web, while those with while they lose half their life points. Wow, Web. I wasn't I'm like, oh, summon a giant invisible spider. Alright, this makes sense. It's webbing. Alright, cool. Not summon a giant invisible spider from another dimension. Yeah, points for lives taken. Points for lives taken. Points for lives taken. Drowning in uncertainty. Petrification. Just kill someone. Just kill them. Glaciation. My favorite spell. What is glaciation? What does glaciation do? You're gonna be amazed when you learn you freeze an enemy to death. Important context, 48 out of the 100 monsters are level 1st and 2nd level. Why mention the invisible spider? I don't know. Why mention it's from another dimension? Like, it's not only like you summon a giant invisible spider, No, you summon a giant invisible multi-dimensional spider to cast a web. Like like this seems like a little bit of overkill, Mr. Wizard. Like if we're summoning beings from beyond the colors of time, there seems to be a like maybe we don't escalate to this. Like this seems like a pretty drastic increase. Oh yes, improved magical creature. Oh boy, this one. Because by the way, you can buff up every summon you have. Technically, you can I guess you would be able to animate your shadow to be faster. You can make your shadow do better things. You can revive the dead to be better. Yeah. Have no fear, everybody. Wizards are very balanced. Boulders. Okay, everyone, let's play a game. What does boulders do? Turn small pebbles or sand into huge boulders, each of which take 3d6 when hit the target. A mage up to a level 8 can create 1 boulder can create 2 boulders. So, have no fear. You can just cast boulders on someone. Well, I mean, I'll give them credit. They don't have the my favorite spell from the original game so far. And I feel very sad they do not have the 500 gold spell, which gives you 500 gold. Which gives you the amazing power of making $500. Thomas Fireheart. Good life. Takes 2 mana to create 1 life. Oh, he can heal himself. That's even better. Fire Lizard. What does this do? You summon a fire lizard. Half-meter fire lizard. Lives equal to the sorcerer's level, multiplied by 2. 3k6 damage to it. Ah, yes. How could I forget the ability to just auto-hit? Does it stay there and watch? Yeah, of course it watches. It you summon the ultimate spider. It just appears behind you, being like, "Hello, it's me." I'm like, "No, go away, multi-dimensional spider." See, that's the funny thing, McDrewsalt, is that Pocket Sand is now pocket throw a boulder at someone. Oh no! I'm just a little innocent wizard. You should call an ambulance, but not for me. Pocket boulder, go flying. And I want you to remember, Excalibur, the legendary sword of all humankind, does nothing compared to that. It is significantly worse than the boulder. Magic Ball. What does Magic Ball do? Says the man, fully knowing Magic Ball is going to kill all his friends. Spell creature Magic Ball control by take 1k3 lives per mage level. So if you're level 5, you do 5d3 damage to them. That doesn't seem very efficient. Air shield. Wait, do they just get a better shield than clerics? Yeah, they do actually. Protect 2dk, like 10 spells. Yeah. You just get a better spell. Get a better shield than everyone else that you can use whenever you want. the Phantom Panther. This seems like a problem. What should I do? I know, Phantom Panthers! Man, I'm feeling pretty lonely. You know what time it is? Phantom Panthers! All these easy monsters! I can guarantee you these guys saw something somewhere and read a book about a summoner or something, and they were like, we need to put it in for our wizard, and it just summoned it. And remember, if you know the spell, you can cast it as many times as you want. So if you have the ability with a rail slingshot some sand, you can kill an army. Like, the thing is, if you want to be really efficient about things, just have the ability to restore your mana efficiently, like through a cleric, for example, and then just summon an army of ghost panthers to solve your problem. Like, I think it's time for some ghost panthers. Like, if this thing hits you, it does D18 damage. That's that's a good amount of damage. That's better than Excalibur. Especially when you have this as your next ability. Infinite mana. My favorite spell, the Summon Unlimited Ghost Panthers for 6 rounds. With that, you can summon 6 Ghost Panthers. Think about the number of Ghost Panthers we can have. Think about the hundreds of spells we can cast just instantaneously. You think people played anything other than wizards? You think that was like a big thing? Like, who got to play the wizard? Makes one creature... I'm keeping this spell. With this spell, the magician makes one creature a loser. Does not throw luck, the victim must roll the die twice. For attack, for hit, for luck, and the smaller number that falls out is used. Welcome to the first depiction of disadvantage, everyone. From 1997. (2d18) improved summon spell. These fuckers invented disadvantage. Well, it was kind of like how all PBTA games were technically born from the JRSD, otherwise known as the Dallas Television Role-Playing Game. Like, time is a circle. Anytime someone says to you, Apocalypse World and created playbooks, you say no, you say actually, and you bust out the Dallas Television Role-Playing Game, and you say, welcome to the playbooks, motherfucker. This is the kind of content that we want. I stand with Dallas. Oh, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in some 80s games. I just find it funny how it's just like, yeah, there's just disadvantage in this game now. Because mind you, Phobo, there is no other instance of this except in this spell. They do not talk about any of this before. Just again, it's a spell because all you would have to, like, the thing with luck is you were literally just rolling that D18. You roll that D18, you would have to roll a second time and take the worst result. That's all it is, just rolling D18 twice. Because they are not viewing it as 2 dice. They do not view it as a 2d6. They are viewing it as 1 die, quote unquote. Oh boy, the ability to create elementals. Ah yes, how can we forget? roll a d6, otherwise known as a d4. And remember, every single one of these can be empowered almost immediately to double everything here. Yes, does an earth elemental deal 3d6 damage? Yes, he does do 3d6 damage. Does a fire elemental have 15 defense, 25 lives, and does deal 4d6 damage? Twice as strong as Excalibur, no less. The most powerful weapon in the game. And you could be like, nah, I'm going to buff the fire elemental now. I'm going to buff this. Roll d6 twice, take 3d, and roll 3d6, take the lower. Roll 5d5 and reroll 5 and 6, of course. Fighter with Excalibur caps at 14. Like, imagine how it feels to play a warrior. You are this super cool, decked out in the best armor, with magic sword. Yeah, and you're like, I am going to destroy the evil black wizard. And you just see, and as you are like confronting the black wizard himself, your heroic party at your back, all you hear is time stops now. And the wizard and the cleric stop time, buff themselves into oblivion, and the cleric runs up with his holy blade, which lets him have higher bonuses than everybody at this point, mind you. The wizard has summoned 8 fire elementals with infinite mana. During stopped time, of course. And they all just dogpile him, kill him immediately, be like, good job, team. Good, we did it. Bye, let's go. Like... And I can just physically see Excalibur just droop over. Like, like, aww. At least the cleric, yeah, at least the cleric is cool in this one. It wasn't just the wizard. Yeah, they do not pull punches on the warriors, though. Warrior... There's a reason why we keep calling it Warrior Cup. Summon a demon. Of course. Summon a demon. After the just the D6. They don't tell you what the demon does, but yes, the suffocation spell. Up to level 8. Up to level 8, mind you. Points for lives taken. Just amount of damage you do. Now, mind you, this is at level 9, so this will be 4 rounds. So it will be 4d3 effectively. But all of their defenses would deteriorate by 4 at this point. And they get no benefits to this, by the way. So a 13 is actually quite difficult. Wow, I wonder what the Hand of Death does. Alright, kids, can you figure out what the Hand of Death does? Let's see. Takes away 1 to 6 lives from any living creature, for 2 levels of the magician. It's just save versus me eating your face. So if you're level 8 at this point, that would be 8d6. No, that'd be 4d6. Yes, 4d6. summon a demon just to farm it for experience. And mind you, you get experience for casting these spells too. Like, that's important to note as well. You do get experience for all of this. Don't think you're not legitimately getting more powerful by virtue of just spamming spells. And in case you're wondering, yes, even casting infinite mana gives you experience to cast more spells for free. This is a perfectly balanced game with 0 issues. I love it. The Russians know how to make games. I'm sorry, everyone. Ghost Dragon. Hey, Angel Summoner. I feel as though my BMX skills aren't being as widely appreciated as your ability to summon a host of the angelic host. When flying on a dragon, the transportation time is reduced. You carry a magician and other characters. Normally travel in 3 days. Any creature that attack the ghost dragon has defense 15, attack of d6 plus 3, 10 lives plus 1 per mage level. So it's going to have a minimum of 20 lives. And remember, we can buff it. We can double it. Like, oh, okay, Mr. Wizard. I feel slightly inferior. But hey, good old BMX Bandit does. He is a valid member of the party every now and again. What horrific thing does this do? Can turn into anyone. Lives remain the same. Other characteristics become the characteristic of the monster. Cool. You just turn into a monster. That's all you do. Spell reflects an enemy spell. In this case, the victim is the one who casts a spell. Equal level or lower. Spell level is higher than the mage level. Selection spell, the following happens. Spell disappears without any effects. The spell works on both magicians with full effect. Works on one of the magicians. On whom exactly? The cube decides. The cube. So you can literally reflect spells back at each other. I'm counterspelling your counterspell. Counter this, casual. Okay, there we go. The Sword of Darkness. Man, what weapon are we working with today? Spell Sword of Darkness. Fire. Oh, the fire sword. That's not. Wait a second. You. What you doing? What you doing here, guys? Oh, I think someone made a boo-boo is what I'm seeing. Death Ray. Ah, yes, of course. Death Ray. Let's learn what Death Ray does, everyone. What does the level 11 spell of Death Ray do? Striking Ray does 3 to 18 lives. Generally, that's pretty reasonable. That is a very reasonable amount of damage. It's 3... that's not very reasonable. This is Earthquake. Yeah, Death Ray is kind of lame because in the original version, not original version, I should say, but in the original, in Enchanted Country, Death Ray was literally like you just kill them; they just die. There's a gold drag with 3 attacks. Warriors can buy a horse. How long does the ghost dragon last? Yes. It lasts as long as you need it to, Phobo. They don't talk about that. You see a small problem. So while the wizard is falcoring around, yeah! Because the problem is, the wizard quite literally only needs 11 mana at a certain level, because all he needs to do is cast infinite mana. And once he has infinite mana, he goes to 0, but then he restores everything to full. So he's never going to ever run out of mana, even if he were to run out of mana. Sorry, fighter. I need to make a better fighter. Well, the thing is with double is like, create an exact copy of any character. Like, yeah, just create 2 warriors. And it's cheap too at that level. That's only 12. Just create 2 warriors and then buff the warrior. Like, how much of an insult would that be to, again, final battle, the wizard just casts copy on you and just buffs up your copy, and then the copy wins, and then he just disappears, be like, yeah, sorry, I love the wizard, and be like, oh. Like, I feel slightly underwhelmed. Like, oh. I hope you all know that the warrior getting permanently cucked is going to be just a constant joke in the video. Just constant. Like, warrior just gets absolutely cucked by a wizard constantly. The magician brings down the lightning of gods on the monster's head. If the monster is level 8 or below, it just dies. If above level 8, it loses 3d18 damage. Pretty much, I'm gonna make a wild guess here, Mara, because you've gone through the monster list. How many monsters are level 8 or above? I'm gonna make a wild guess and say very few of them. See, the best part is Frankenstein isn't even the main villain of this one. It's the Black Magician. So in theory, you can make a copy of the Black Magician and just have the Black Magician beat himself up. But I guess it doesn't say that it's like. I guess the thing is that it does not say exclusively that it is that they're loyal to you. You just create an exact copy. So I guess that's one thing a GM could say, being like, yeah, you... Ah, yes. The Apocalypse spell. And there's still a luck roll. You know, like, okay. The magician arranges a small end of the world. All monsters take 3d18 damage. This is cast on a castle, no less. Forces of Chaos. The Raging Force Killer completely destroy the castle and all creatures up to level 8. The spell does not work on other creatures. So you can just unleash chaos and just like unleash the main villain of the setting and destroy a castle if you want. This is legitimately, because remember, castles are equal parts like adventure paths and like location, but they're like adventures. So you can just call upon chaos, destroy an entire adventure path, and just leave. You don't get any experience. You get points for lives taken, so everyone who dies in there, you do get experience points for. Like, wait, they must have a range, right? Because nuking all monsters in the world is likely enough XP to level cap. They don't say it. It's just cast it on a castle. Or cast it on Apocalypse in a battle. I mean, I guess it's battle. Create a copy of a party member, buff it, turn it to a golden dragon, don't elaborate, leave. Like Lamau by losers. Yeah, they didn't think of ranges really in this game. They didn't think of a lot of things. There's a reason we're not playing Spell of the Black Magician 24/7 here. Let's just call a spade here. But I believe that is everything of the main instruction manual. So what we need to do still, what needs to be done, I'm probably not going to do the Book of Twilight. Because the Book of Twilight is the actual lore of it. This is like, it came in a box set. This is the entire lore of the setting. I'm not going to translate this because why would I? It's far funnier to interpret. We're going to do one adventure from the Book of Life. Probably just this first adventure, just this first dungeon, effectively. And that'll be that. I might just go down, try to find the shortest one, be like, yep, here's the dungeon, do it. The main thing that we have to do now, the main sadness, you could say, is welcome to all 98. Mind you, there are 98 monsters. There are a lot of monsters. Many of them are hostile, and many of them want to kill you. So we're going to go through every single monster, and we're just going to do it. We're just gonna go through, and we're gonna just do every single monster one day in a very time-consuming and horrible. What are you? What the fuck? Don't tell me you're not like that. They just have a Nazgul in this book, by the way. Yeah, this is just a Nazgul. Let's I'm curious. Is Nazgul Nazgul, I mean, Nazgul's gotta be like a real word, right? Oh no. I mean, Nazgul. I mean, there's gotta be. I mean, it's gotta be. Welcome to the Ring Wraiths. Yeah, they're just Ring Wraiths. One of the servants of the Nazgul King is ghost of the ancient lords who ruled the age of the gone gods by the power of black magic. They are all former bloodthirsty tyrants who ruled over vast kingdoms. They're tasked to enslave the world and the world of the black magician. They use the longest swords in battle. Paraleech web. Paralysis. They have... Poor fighter denied all XP at every castle. Is the black magician just Sauron? Yes, he is literally just Sauron. But somehow you can make a fun summoner here. You can't do it in D&D or Pathfinder. Yes, Nazgul is I mean, I guess Nazgul would be copywritten, right? I mean, it has to be copywritten. Yeah. Nazgul are copywritten. Yeah, Lords of the Nazgul. Nazgul are technically copywritten. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's a few kind of goofy monsters throughout this book, including the forces of capitalism, by the way. Capitalism is the greatest enemy. Fuck are you? Like, you're the Phantom. The Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, there's this is the titular Black Magician. Yeah, the Black Magician is again, he's pretty much just Super Sauron. Like, what do they say on the Black Magician? One of the supreme hierarchs, the forces of darkness, and the messenger of the Chermac Valley. The world of death and eternal darkness, striving to absorb all the world of the universe. His real name is unknown to anyone. He was called the Black Magician by analogy, the rule of the era, rule of the exiled gods. His mission to open the so-called gates of Inkerdocht. Connect his world to the endless valley of horror and Scarrow, gates from which stream eternal darkness will flow. Your task is to prevent him from realizing his terrifying intentions. Can we kill the Black Elf immediately? We cannot kill the Black Elf immediately. The Black Elf is scary. We can, however, kill elves easy. Elves are level 1. Yes, so this is the titular Black Magician right here. The Black Priest. Black Dragon. Dude. Person. Yes, Black Magician, Black the person. Yep, you want to, quite a few different monsters, I mean, come on, do we have Frankenstein again? I want to have Frankenstein again. It's very important. We have Frankenstein. This is just a god, by the way. Crom is god. Leviathan. Aw, man. This isn't... Ancient God, our dead city seabed, it floats the surface, only destroys ships. Yeah, you can one-shot this, by the way, because he's level fucking 6. Like, oh yeah, what do you do? Yeah, I'm level fucking 6. Yeah, red dragons deal quite a bit of damage. They're level 11. So don't fight them. What are you? The King of the Nazguls. Hi, King of the Nazgul. How are you? Yeah, this is gonna be one of those fun games going through, because it's gonna be the amount of insane bullshit. You're like, what the fuck do you mean? Blighter. Mountains. What are you? Gnome! Gnomes! No. Gnomes. Gnolls. Various other horrible monsters. The Parghoul. Hey, what are you doing there? Nah. Funny guy. Ah, yes, my favorite, my favorite enemy of all time, the funny guy. Just gotta give you the idea of, here's Gandalf, by the way. Yeah, do you like Gandalf showing up? He's not Gandalf, guys. He's my special OC. White magician. Don't understand. Like, I call them a Dementors to fuck with people. Did they just add Dragonlance Draconian? Yeah, they probably did. 97, man. You can do whatever the hell you want. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there for tonight. We got a lot of progress done. I'm feeling pretty good about that. We really only have monsters to do at this point. And one of the missions, but that's not going to be too difficult, I don't think. It's just going to be a lot of just, A lot of little things there. So I'm feeling pretty good. Let me think. Do we have anything fun and exciting? Not really. I'm gonna call it there next week, as it is 1 in the morning, and I can. there's a weird genius to it. Say that. One of the things though is there is a next week we've got 2 videos. We're going to do the horror game video because I really want to do the horror game. I kind of need to just muse about it because I want to talk about, like, horror games are difficult because horror needs a very different approach to things than any other kind of game in the tabletop sphere. So I'm like, I think doing a video on that'll be fun. We're probably going to do a classroom next month. I'm like, I'm going to do a classroom this month. I'm like, no, horror games are going to be genius. Then we're also going to do Yazibas. That's going to be the big one. It's going to be Yazibas this week. The Yazibas video is going to be a little different than usual because I'm not really going to talk about the game very much, because I don't need to talk about the game. I'm going to talk about a bigger issue on my mind, and I want to get other people's opinions on it and kind of the musing beliefs behind it. So I think that'll be interesting. Probably we'll start grinding if the videos go smoothly on Tuesday, Thursday. We'll be working on this. Probably after Black Magician is done, we'll do another game. There are 2 games that are currently on my mind to do. One is the JoJo game. Yes, there's a JoJo fan game that I found that looks interesting. We also have another game which is Crimson Shroud. I think both of those games would be interesting for very different reasons. So we'll play that by ear. So thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad Anon. Godspeed, good luck. You all know the rest. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.